Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gold Jacket, Green Jacket podcast. We are here for episode number 19, proudly supported by Halfcaf Golf as always. My name is Christian Dragonetti, and I have my co-host Joel Mitchell, almost about to lose himself. Mate, how you doing?
I'm amazing. I'm sorry if I sound like an idiot or look like I've just cried because I have.
I've just told Joel a story off camera.
Off camera. There was just the funniest lead up to a story and the most anticlimactic ending to a story, but it was the lead up to it. Oh my God.
It was a backwards joke, wasn't it?
Oh man, it was the best. That actually had me. It was the best. But anyway.
Moving on. How's things, mate? You good?
Very well.
Very well?
Very well, yeah.
Most recent round?
Most recent round, Heritage. I didn't play Heritage for like 3 weeks. Just due to work and...
Yeah, because you're starting to pick up some hours as well now.
Just going through this time of year and just had things going on and just didn't get out there and I was spewing. I felt naked. Not being out there.
Okay.
It was like a part of a routine, you know what I mean? Like every Wednesday I'd be down there and then one other day during the week I'd be out there, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. Most recent round was... Comp round was Friday, so we played Black Tea Challenge. Played with some of the lads.
Who did you play with?
Played with Toby, Toby Walker from Heritage.
Did you play with Jonesy?
No, I played with him Saturday.
And so your most recent round was Saturday. Oh, but you just played holes or something?
Yeah, we didn't really. We skipped a bunch of holes and
sweet.
Blah blah blah.
Did you play with Lewis?
What's his name? No. That was Saturday as well.
Yeah.
So Matty Stenson, he's also an associate. He's out at Golf Studio in Mordialloc.
Yep.
Awesome facility. He has one of the smoothest, highest speed club heads ever.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
fucking crazy.
Cool.
Like, just sort of looks like he smooths it.
I think you might have shown me your swing before.
Whips it. I reckon you've played with him before.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Anyway, hits it awesome. And yeah, he played quite solid.
How'd you go?
And who else? I actually hit it terribly. Like, contact off the stick was horrible.
Wow.
But somehow managed to scavenge, I think it was 1 over.
Okay.
Which is real ordinary in most, like for any other round that I'd play, real ordinary would be pretty fuming with that.
Cool.
But it was off the tips for the day. And yeah, with how ordinary I hit it, look, it wasn't like a shot fucking 8 over.
Yeah,
but
fair
it was
enough.
very, very ordinary, but scavenged. So that, if my bad is that, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, fair
You
enough.
know what I mean? So I'll take that. Well, it was ordinary, but I found something today.
Okay,
I had
cool.
a hit before I came here. And
Yep.
Dialed back, just went back to basics and just really talked myself through it. 'Cause
Cool.
I feel like I've been my mind has been external from when
Okay.
I've been playing in the last probably 3 or 4 rounds, and I've just sort of lost a little bit of touch. So
That's fair enough.
so
And
just sort
that's-
of dialed it back to basics, talk to myself. You have to talk to yourself. And I'm like, righto, idiot. You're standing over this. What are you actually doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
You know what I mean? So fixed it up and found a couple, well, not found, but regained a couple feelings. So I'm actually very excited for Wednesday.
Cool.
Because I feel like I could turn it on. So.
We are playing on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to it,
Yeah.
getting out to
Play
Heritage
some
again.
John. Be
Now,
nice.
the reason why I ask you if you played with Jonesy is there was a bit of back and forth on our Instagram.
I bet you don't know what one of the comments meant.
No, I'm pretty sure I don't know what any of them meant. But I gathered that you had played with Jonesy and Lewis as well, who's also a member of Berg.
Lewis is such a good swing.
He's
I love the way he swings
prettiest
it.
golf swing I've seen for a long time.
I love the way he swings it.
Right?
Yeah.
There was a comment in there that led me to believe that you may or may not have broken a golf club.
No. So this is why. I understand how that reads.
Yeah.
So what happened was we're playing St. John, and on 15, I've hit a terrible tee shot. I've just come out of it and hit this block.
Okay.
So par 5, 15. And on the way back, I've just dropped the club. I've just come out of the swing, dropped the club. Right? And I'm like, oh, God. Well, that's ordinary. Anyway, nothing. I saw it where it bounced. I ended up making 5, I think, on the hole. So I'm like, oh, I'll scavenge par. And I picked the club up, and of course, it's my graphite shaft. It's a driver. Right? And Toby goes, oh, no, you've bent it. Right? So my first instinct is look at it. Like, I didn't even think of it. And he goes, dickhead, you can't bend graphite. Right? And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, true. Right? So I'm looking at this shaft. There's nothing wrong with it. And I'm just standing there like, feeling like a bit of an idiot going, how did I not pick up on that?
Yeah, no,
Like,
fair enough.
So he's just like, hey, dickhead, you can't bend graphite.
I was reading it going, Because I thought the same thing, and I'm like, no.
Nah, I didn't break it, but I was just it was how you see it. It's how you see on TV sometimes, where they just hit a shot. And, oh, whoops! and
Someone did one the other day. and
just
it was
let go of it.
Oh no, I watched I was watching Good, and they're doing the Good Cup, and they got I can't remember his name.
Mo.
Yeah, Mo. I think Mo did one, and it flew like the whole length of the tee box.
Yeah.
but like forwards.
Oh, really?
And it was sick. It was for
It was
club
like the
throws.
best
It was,
club
it was
drop ever.
yeah, so good.
What was your recent one?
So I had a round at Heidelberg on Saturday off the blacks, playing off 7. My handicap's blown up a little bit, and I had 35 points.
Good.
I was telling you before.
Decent.
Yeah, it was foggy as all shit on Saturday morning. And
What
so
time did you tee off?
teed off shotgun start 7:28 or 35, whatever it was.
And you were able to tee off?
Yeah, I don't know. Don't ask me how. We probably teed off about 15 minutes late.
Rosanna didn't have a morning field.
Yeah, no, and I'm not surprised. And I was talking to, so I had a couple of my mates in the group behind us.
Heidelberg's just a little bit up. Like a
Put it
little
this
bit.
way, when the fog sort of subsided and went away, I was on 15, which is the sort of middle end of the, like middle height of the golf course.
And what hole did you start on?
4. So I'm starting down the bottom end of the golf course.
Oh, so you've only got 6 holes left, 5 holes left.
Yeah. I played the last 6 holes in daylight. The
That
rest of
actually
it was
makes
in
sense
fog.
because my old man called me at about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and he's like, it wasn't pissing and moaning, but he was pissed off that the fact that he couldn't play. He wasn't mad that there was a fog delay or anything like that, but yeah, there was no morning field shotgun.
And yeah, so because it was so foggy, I still went out and did my warm up and all that kind of stuff. I hit 30 odd balls in the warm up, didn't see any of them.
Yeah.
And I kind of just went back to my feelings
Right.
and sort of said, all right, and I could tell, okay, that was that push cut that I've been hitting that I don't like. And that one was straight, that one was whatever. Go out, and I told you before, I went out and played the first 5 or 6 holes and just had a big case of the pools.
Okay.
And for anyone who's watched me play golf or played golf with me, I always aim just a fraction left just to allow for my, because I'm going to
stand open. I stand open.
I push it a little bit and I kind of fade it as well. If the body's feeling good and the swing's feeling good, I tend to go the opposite way and hit a bit of a draw.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I just played to the instincts. Bit of both, right? Yeah. And it actually came good. I did spit the dummy, I think, once. And I'm not gonna deny it. I spat the dummy once, but I think like 4 minutes later it was gone.
Yeah, good. Yeah,
And I
you
was
just sort of regained.
Yeah. And with 6 holes left, I needed to play the last 6 holes 1 under.
Your hand
To get to 30. No, 1 under.
Oh,
the
total.
card.
Yeah, total.
To get to 36. And I literally said, I'm like, all right, next 6 holes, let's
Make it happen.
let's play 1 under.
Make it happen.
And I'm standing over a putt on the 18th hole, which was 3. I'm standing over a 15-foot putt for birdie to shoot 1 under for the last 6 holes. And I'm like, fuck yeah, this has been sick. Like I've played some good golf.
almost
And
got
I've, all of a sudden just started concentrating that extra bit and like really focusing on what I was
Well,
doing.
you did get a bit of goal setting.
Yeah.
Essentially. And I reckon that's what I failed to do the last 3 rounds. I've been going into the round going,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like this actually, what I'm actually about to bring up leads us into a little segment we sort of discussed earlier.
Yeah. So I'll sort of.
Do you want to?
I can bring this in.
Do you want to explain that? Because this is going to lead me into my first.
First one of these.
Do you reckon it's a question? No, it's a statement.
Yeah.
And then
let me explain it first, because if you listen to AM radio, particularly SEN, and if you listen in the afternoons to Andrew Gaze and Andy Marr, they have a segment called Take It or Leave It, or Tioli for short, right? Tioli. And it's a great segment. They get a couple of people in, sometimes a guest, and they just throw out random sentences, like hypothetically it'll be like, if I'm going to put it in golf perspective, Phil Mickelson's had a better career than Tiger Woods. Take it or leave it.
yeah.
And then they'll discuss as a group and go, no, I'll leave that. Tiger's by far better. And it's a really fun segment. I thought it could be something that you and I could do, but I don't also want to rip it off completely. Like the sentiment is there.
That's why I said, why don't we call it this?
We're gonna demo this name, I think, and see if it bites. But I like it. I think it's good.
I reckon it sticks.
I think it sticks. We're gonna call it flushed or flubbed.
Yeah. So that literally flat out relates to take it, which is flushed, which
You
means,
wanna take it.
which means great statement, perfect. That blends well.
Yeah.
Or flubbed meaning stinker.
Don't want it.
Yeah, don't want it.
Right?
Yeah.
And
It could be different for everyone.
could be different for everyone. And this is a little subject or topic that we might do every few weeks, not every week, like questions from the second cut.
Question from the second cut sticks.
That sticks. That's our bread and butter. We love that segment. You guys love it too.
Yeah.
But flushed or flubbed, I reckon, could be a once a month maybe appearance when we've got a few new takes and we want to ask some questions.
Well, because we're going to do a few at a time.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be like our second cut question where it's a 10-minute segment. We're going to do a couple minutes on each little topic that we bring up. And we're going to do three each.
Three or
four each. So that leads me into the flushed or flubbed.
Yeah.
Into my first statement, if you will. Mm-hmm. So this relates to my rounds on Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
And I always find, I'm actually going to ask you this first. Actually, no, I'll explain it. No, I'll ask you. Shut up. Flushed or flubbed? Walking is better than carts in any conditions.
In any conditions.
Any conditions, like as a whole, broad, general.
I'm gonna flub it.
You're gonna flub it.
I do think there's a time and a place for carts.
Okay.
Any conditions, any golf course, I don't think you can back it. If you were to say like 90% of the time, flushed, 100%, I'll take it. Because I walk 90% of my golf courses and 90% of my rounds.
Yeah.
But like, for example, we're playing on Wednesday at St. John. Hoping to do a bit of recording as well.
We'll get a cart.
We'll get carts.
Yeah.
I don't think we could walk that and be comfortable. I also don't think, and I think a golf course is like Growling Frog out in Melbourne's north, where the distance between green and next tee box is sometimes like 800 meters.
It's like a lot of those, a lot of the peninsula courses.
Yeah.
Like you could not walk some of those.
No.
You just wouldn't.
So
That's
if you change the wording slightly, I'd 100% flush it. But in any condition at all, nah,
Flubbed. Wow.
I
Okay.
don't
So
like it.
The reason why I said that is because my reasoning into partially why I think I couldn't put my head down on my last two rounds is
You're in a
because
cart.
I've been in carts.
Oh, you've been in carts?
We've been in carts.
And you walked the other day?
No. Well, I've played in carts both Friday and Saturday.
Oh, and you didn't play. Okay, yeah, cool, I
And
get you.
couldn't. All of a sudden, I'm at my next shot. You know what I mean? Like
This is exactly
in a cart,
why I don't
I'm in
like
a cart, and I wasn't driving both days,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm sitting in the car, just jump on the phone, or I'm twiddling my thumbs, or there's a fucking swan over there or some shit, and all of a sudden I'm looking down at my ball, going, "Oh, this is me. Oh, 164. Oh, fuck. All right, bang. Oh, it's in the bunker." Like, you know what I mean? It all happened sort of too quick, and I'm like, I'd much rather walk, and it slows me down. It builds composure. I'm able to think about. I'm able to sort of slow down.
Yeah.
And essentially think about that next shot, and that's what So I don't blame it on that. Like I've had my good rounds in carts, but
It's a perfectly justifiable statement, though. And, shout out to a good mate of ours, Dave Hudson, who we used to play a lot of golf with.
Yeah.
Keno, his son, Kian, if you're watching, tell your old man he's getting another mention. I played a lot of golf with this bloke, and he was exactly the same. Like, he'd have a bad back, so he'd get a cart.
Yeah.
And then he'd play shit. And then he'd have 15 seconds between when he gets in the cart after he's hit one to when he's at the next shot.
yeah.
Or half a
just
minute.
have no time
and you've got
to-
no time to process your thoughts or to walk over and go look for somebody's ball or to, have a chat to your playing partners and go, oh, who do you support in the footy, mate, and whatever, just to get to know them. You just go hit, whack, fuck. All right, jump in the cart, next ball, hit, whack, fuck. And then it's
It snowballs.
It snowballs.
That's why I like, if you're going to do one or the other, I'm walking.
Oh, if you had to tie me down and point a gun to my head and say pick one for the rest of your life, it's walking, 100%.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go.
100%. But in your statement, no, flubbed.
Okay.
All right, flushed or flubbed? A post-round beer is better than a mid-round beer.
Yeah, flushed for me.
Flushed?
Yes,
Yeah, I agree.
100%. Just purely because I'm very routine based, particularly in a round, and that's why carts don't really work for me.
Yep.
But I'm very routine based, so I tend to do the same general things leading up to a golf shot. So even if it's something like as small as one Northern or something like that, which has got fuck all in it, you know what I mean? It's basically it's fizzy water.
It's a mid,
essentially.
mid-strength
It's
beer.
a mid, but even something like that could be just the tiniest little something, just enough to sort of make me go, just divert it off course just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And after that, it's so hard to regain it back.
Yep.
Like it's just the tiniest thing. So I tend to, if the round means something, If the round means anything at all,
Yeah.
I won't touch a beer
Yeah, cool. I back it.
or anything like that. So like my rounds on Thursdays that I play with a lot of the boys on Thursdays at Rosanna, they have birdie shots, and I'm on average tending to have sort of 4 or 5 around sort of thing. I'm
So
hoping.
you're
I'm
poleaxing these blokes.
So some of these guys, there's one guy in particular that like really requests to play with me each week, and
he wants
this
to
other
get
guy
pissed.
because our combined handicap is like +4 or something like that. He plays off 1 or scratch, and I'm playing off +5, and we tend to have minimum probably 7, 8 between the two of us, and if we both get running, we have more, and so he's legless by middle back nine.
That's
so
weird.
flushed having it post round
Okay.
for sure.
I'm going to change one of mine while you tell me
Okay.
yours.
Flushed or flubbed? Hitting a perfect stinger is better than hitting a bomb drive.
Flushed.
Flushed. Yeah.
I back it.
Yeah.
I back it.
Why's that?
Because I feel like I don't have
perfect but fucking bullet.
So I feel
then
like I
hitting
can
it 320.
I feel like I can step up to almost any drive, catch it good, and call it a bomb. You know what I mean?
I
Whereas-
disagree purely
and
because you can hit one that you catch hot, but a bomb is the next gear.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? So you tee it up a bit higher.
I just don't really try to get into that next gear.
Okay.
Very rarely. But I try and hit stingers. So when I pull off a stinger,
So when you catch one, you're like,
or like, I've got a gap like 3 meter wide, hitting a stinger out of the shit, or I've got to hit one around a tree or whatever, and it just comes off crisp. Yeah, flushed.
yeah, right. See, I'm flubbed
Okay.
because like I said, I'm not blowing smoke up my ass, but I tend to hit quite a lot of those low sort of bullets.
You do.
And I really particularly like it with that 2-iron. So it's not like it's a rarity, you know what I mean? And yeah, as good as it is hitting that perfect, just fucking 10-foot high bullet, as good as it is, I'd much rather hit, something that goes out there 320. I'm hitting wedge into a par 5. Like I get
right.
more out of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel
That's fair.
than hitting that. Yeah. Anyway,
I think it's just because I don't try and do it. That's fair. I'm just trying to hit
fair.
driver.
And I'm not really the longest hitter.
No.
So
I'm trying not to lose golf balls at the moment.
yeah, there you go.
All right.
Hit me.
Flushed or flubbed, a 3-putt from close-ish range,
Which is what?
40 feet.
Huh?
A 3-putt.
Close-ish.
Yeah, but like you'd expect to not 3-putt it from
40 feet?
Let's say 30.
Closest range is 15 feet.
All right, let's say that then.
All right.
All right. A 3-putt from 15 feet, 20
let's
feet
go with that. Yeah.
is worse than a shank. Flushed or flubbed?
Nah, flubbed.
Yeah.
Flubbed.
You reckon a shank's worse?
I reckon a shank's worse.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know. I can't pick
I
this
feel
one.
like you could really rebound well. If you 3-putt, well, maybe you've just hit one too firm and you've just missed the one coming back. Oh, well. We all have 3 putts. But
a shank's a shank.
for people, for players of particularly at our sort of level,
Let's take that out of it. Let's just go in general.
in general, nah, flubbed, man.
Okay.
I think a shank's worse.
I can't pick.
Really?
Can't pick.
If I'm hitting a shank,
I really can't. Like I think as poorly as I've putted recently, and I've putted really poorly in the last sort of 6 to 8 rounds, I fucking despise a 3-putt.
oh,
I fucking despise one.
We
And
all
I
hate 'em.
feel like I've shanked one.
We all hate them. But sometimes I'm not going to say they're not inevitable, but I feel like there's a bit of a higher chance to rebound back easier off a 3-putt than it is to hit a Rozzle Hocket.
Yeah, true. Very true. All right, go.
So-
Your last one.
Chipping in for par is better than 2-putting for a birdie. Feeling wise.
Yeah, flushed.
Flashed?
Flushed. This happened to me on Saturday.
Yeah.
So the first hole on Saturday for me was the 4th, par 5, straight up the hill. And I pulled driver left. I chipped out. I hit my third shot. Hit my third shot left again. And then I had a shot with my 4th shot, but I put it over the back of the green. And so I had this downhill, like on a downslope chip
tickler.
shot. And it was honestly no more than let's say 11, 12 meters that I had to hit this
Okay.
thing, and I hit it and it came out hot, right?
Did you catch it knifey or just come
No,
out of the
caught
center?
it good. Caught it good. Just came out of the center. I just hit it too hard.
Yeah. Just
Right?
sort of landed.
And
too
it was
far.
I was always going to hitting down on it like from the
Landed it too
down
far.
slope.
Yeah.
Landed it too far.
Yeah.
And it took one bounce, second bounce, rolled maybe like an inch and a half, hit the flag stick dead in the middle and dropped straight in.
Yeah, sick.
And I felt like I'd gotten away with murder.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
100% flushed. If you a chip in to save par is
I like where your head's at.
1,000 times because a 2-putt for birdie, you've missed an eagle putt.
That, yes, but I feel like chipping in for par, I feel like you've gained more of a shot.
I completely
and you've
agree.
saved more than, that 2-putt for birdie, as good as it is knocking it on a par 5 or a drivable par 4 or something like that. But, yeah, I agree with you.
For my experience on Saturday, if that chip misses the flag and doesn't go in, I think I told you before, like I'm chipping from the opposite side of the green.
It was coming out too.
It was coming out way too
and it's
hot.
downhill from there to that green.
Correct.
too,
And
on
I've
4.
probably got 35 in, maybe 40 in for my next shot back towards where I've just hit it from. So, yeah, 100% flushed.
Yeah, well.
Completely agree.
Did you have another one?
I got one more.
Yeah, hit me.
All right. Flushed or flubbed, music on the golf course makes the round better.
Just in general?
In general.
Like ever?
Doesn't matter what you're doing.
Music
Like
on the
even
golf course.
like obviously not in tournament conditions for you, but like if we went out at Heritage on Wednesday and I'm like, oi, I bought my UE boom, let's chuck some music on while we play a comp round and try and film.
I'd say flushed. Yeah, in the right environment.
Yeah.
Of course, within reason. Like you said, can't do it during a tournament. You can't do it.
No.
But yeah, flushed.
Cool. Back
Yeah,
it.
just because it can bring up, it can build vibe, it can build a vibe up, it can sort of not distract you, but it can take your mind off parts of the round.
Yep.
And, it can, and it's often enough, like you said, you've mentioned in previous episodes where if you do have a song stuck in your head, you tend to play better.
Yeah.
Because you've got that little something to sort of
Switch off for a bit.
switch off for a second. So if you've got a good song playing and you've just hit a mint shot, you tend to be bouncing, bopping to that, walking up to the green. You tend
Yeah.
to make a better stroke coming up because you're sort of more relaxed and you sort of tune into the next shot. Whereas if you hit a bad one, you tend to be enlightened with whatever's playing as well because you can then distract yourself or, zone out, I guess.
And I bring it up from previous experience because, again, on Saturday, one of the boys just goes, before we'd even started, just goes, fancy bit of music, boys? And we're like, yeah, all right, whatever. And he whacked on this playlist. It was all like 80s and 90s, 70s, 80s and 90s, like rock and roll music. It was sick. I had a great time. And like, it's not my everyday listening in terms of music taste. I certainly appreciated it. Like, I didn't care. But I was like walking down the fairway going, fuck, I remember this. This is, my dad used to play this. This is sick. And just, it made my experience better. But there was times, like I said, when I spat the dummy on whatever hole it was, the first thought that went to my mind was, right, the music can turn off now.
Yeah.
Fuck it off.
Yeah.
Like, I've had enough.
Yeah, you've had enough of
But
it.
then 2 minutes later, I'm like, fucking.
Yeah,
this
you're
is sick.
bopping again.
This is
Yeah,
fucking
it
sick.
can sort of bring you back in.
Well, that's not a bad little.
I've got one more.
You got one more,
Yeah.
have you?
Yeah. How do you explain this?
Probably how it's written down.
Shut up.
Nice.
Having
Flushed.
a better putting game is better than having a better long game.
Long game.
So off the tee,
Okay.
being better on the green is better
Yeah,
than being
flushed.
better on the off
Flushed,
the tee.
easy.
Why is that?
That's dry for show, putt for dough.
Okay, well said. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Next.
I'll give you that. Yeah. Okay.
Drive for show, putt for dough. You make money on the greens.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the long drive.
Yeah. I agree with you. I do. But there's also another part of me that,
It's time and place.
of course. But I've also heard a lot of what Tiger Woods has said as well about this. He says that literally the most important club in your bag is your driver.
Yeah, you got to get started.
You got to put the ball in play first before you can play the rest of your shots.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm like, and I always thought the opposite way. I always thought the same as you. I always thought, hang on, but you putt it to get in the hole. So that's got to be the most important part. If you shit at putting, well, you're not going to score as well. So And then I'm like, well, you got to get it there first.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So I reckon I'm in two minds I'm in two minds about it, I guess.
Yeah, and it's fair enough.
I'm in two minds. So I don't know whether it's flushed or flubbed.
If the GOAT has said that driver's the most important club in the bag,
It probably fucking is.
then who am I to argue?
But it's that sort of kicks him in the ass a little bit because he's had tournaments where he misses fairways by kilometres, chips out, throws one to 30 feet and boxes it. All of a sudden he's made birdie. Whereas if he 3-putts that, he's
Again, it's easy to
compare that to the GOAT.
It's easy to throw stones at glass houses when you're the best to ever do it.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean?
But as in general scheme of things,
It's in the general scheme of things, yeah. But again, Tiger's also won tournaments. He won an Open one year. He hit driver once.
yeah, facts.
So I feel like you could rephrase it and say that whatever club you're hitting off the tee is more important than your putter. Whether it's a 7-iron on a par 3 or a 2-iron off a par 4 or a driver off a par 5. Doesn't matter what you're hitting. If it's off the tee box, where you can where that shot determines how the rest of the hole is played.
Yeah.
I think you could argue that that's the most important club in the bag.
Well put.
Fair enough.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got. That's not a bad little segment. I don't mind that.
I like that. It's a quick one.
It's a quick one.
It sort of gets the...
It gets the juices flowing a little bit. It gets the thoughts going. We've got questions from the second cut coming up in a little bit.
We do.
But what I wanted to speak to you a little bit, Joel, was what's coming up for you personally in the next sort of 6 to 12 months? Because we've been through, and we haven't really touched on it all that much aside from the weeks where we covered it. Like you've had a couple of results not go your way.
Yeah.
That's probably the simplest way to put it.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And you're perfectly busy doing what you're doing now. But you and I haven't even had this sort of chat offline.
We haven't actually, no.
So it's a good opportunity for us to sort of just kill up a maybe 5-10 minute period and just go, right, well, in the next 6 months, what have you got coming up? Because I know you've mentioned briefly you've got, NSW state champs?
Yeah, okay. So essentially how it's going to look is throughout this year, I haven't played many what we call Monday matches. So for the associates or trainees, if you will, there's sort of like a trainee circuit. So you play at a hosted golf club every Monday and you'll play for your averages and you're trying to pass essentially. That's sort of what the main outline of it is. And for your better players, you're striving for a bit more. You're striving for a good average to get exempt into some PGA Tour of Australasian events, or you're striving to win that order of merit or whatever it may be. And I haven't played any of them. I've played the Vic State Champs and one Pro-Am that I really enjoyed. Oh, 2 Pro-Ams that I really enjoyed.
Okay.
Right, so I've gone.
What Pro-Ams were they, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, Thaguna Pro-Am.
Oh yeah, cool.
So that's awesome. That's up in the Murray sort of thing.
Cool.
Up north. I had a really good time there last year, and I just wanted to do it again. It's an awesome little trip, and it's a good prize purse, 2-day event, and grass course. And I played well there last time. I actually won there last year.
Okay.
So I sort of went back there to. I wouldn't call. Well, yeah, fuck it. Went there to defend essentially, and anyway, came tied 3rd.
Okay.
So ordinary first round, decent. Anyway, blah blah blah. Vic State Champs as well. I'm going to play the main state championships. 1, the prize purse is better than any other event we have throughout the year. And 2, it's great experience because it's a full 4-day tournament environment, 2 days cut weekend. Sort of thing. So it's as close to tour golf. Well, it feels the same. I believe it would feel the same.
Yep.
You're grinding to make the cut in some respects, especially for some of those that might be struggling to pass their playing. I never had an issue with the cut line. The cut line was usually somewhat, +6, +8 sort of region, and I really don't expect myself to shoot anything close to that for 2 rounds.
Yeah,
I fucking hope not. Anyway.
No, correct.
So I haven't had an issue for my 3 years doing that, which is awesome. So I've made the cut all 3 years. My best place is outright second, which was good, which was last year. Had a pretty solid week, 1 very ordinary round, but anyway, happy with that.
Yep.
It was good. But this year, this year was real ordinary, and I think I mentioned in a previous episode that there was a certain.
There was an incident. That happened.
There was an
it kind of
external
set
factor.
you off a little bit.
There was an external factor, and we've spoken a lot about mental barriers and factors that could contribute to why someone might play good, better or worse or something like that. And yeah, that's just something that contributed to that poor golf for the next 2 days. So, and I couldn't, for the life of me, get away from that.
And that's what I was going to say. Sometimes these sort of things pop up.
Yeah.
And, we're talking about, and this isn't necessarily what happened to you, but we're talking about big magnitude things like a death in the family. Or like, you find out that someone's had a car accident.
It wasn't to that degree.
Not to that degree, but like something that
affected
would
my
shock you.
It affected my mindset to the point where I'm just like, oh no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I won't say what it is or go into it, but I've explained it to you what it is.
Correct. And for lack of it's demoralizing.
It was really, I've explained this in previous episodes, so I won't go into it, but yeah, so something like that. I couldn't get away from it, blah, blah, blah. So not the week I wanted, still made the cut and, top 30.
Yeah, cool.
I think. Something like that. I drove home after I checked that. But next 6 months is 1, 2, 3.
So the next 6 months to get us literally to the end of the year.
Yeah. Facts. So August, I believe, is the first one. That's up in New South Wales, Merimbula. So in Tura Beach, awesome place.
Cool.
It is like Heidelberg on steroids.
Cool.
It's fucking crazy. This place is through it's like one of those places, fucking Antarctica. The big.
I don't know what you're saying.
It's in a big sort of valley going down to the ocean.
Okay.
Right, so coming from the top of a mountain sort of thing, and it's sort of the golf course sort of runs down the mountain.
Nice.
Right, so it's a tough walk.
Yeah.
And it's a hard golf course.
Okay.
It is just genuinely hard. The greens are slick as fucking on sideways.
Yep.
Right, and it's a really good test. The winner was like 5 under or something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Right, and it was a strong field last year. Couple huge numbers for other people that sort of struggling, but other than that, the caliber of players that we had last year, for it to be 5 under. Tough. It was tough in perfect weather.
Nice. Okay.
Right, anyway, so playing up there, that's the first event, and then I believe it's Queensland, so Windaroo Lakes, I think.
Okay.
And I didn't play that last year, but I heard some things that are about it that are just it's impossible apparently, like even par 1.
Whoa.
Or something like that. So I'm excited for that because I want to see this test.
You want a challenge?
I want to see this test. I want to see how I fare against some of the guys that sort of had to go last year. Then it's WA.
Oh, you're going back to WA?
Defend.
Nice.
I've heard it's a better event. Oh, not a better event, but it's going to be a bit bigger.
Okay.
So it was, I don't know if I've mentioned this before on previous episodes, but it was a slightly limited field last year just because of people having trouble to travel over.
Yep.
So it was a limited field. So I think it was about 40 something.
Yep.
So nothing much, but it was still awesome experience. Got the job done there. I was the only person under par.
Oh, cool.
Which was good and won by plenty, which was nice. So I'll try and do that again.
That was a good event. A good win
I was
for you.
very happy with that week. That was some good golf on, once again, a tight golf course about this wide, and the greens were the size of this table. That's literally what they felt like. They were tiny and just circles. But it was a very good experience because you had to put it in the right spots. Then it's when's the next one? Nationals.
Cool.
And then Nationals, that's late November. And
Where's
that's sort of what tops it off, Cobram.
Cool.
Cobram Brugger. So, I had one massive number last year that took me way out of it, and then sort of scavenged back for something pretty decent. So that was sort of still a made cut, but that's our biggest event of the year.
Yeah,
so that brings everyone into it, and it's not a limited field, but they do have to restrict the field because there's so many people that enter. So if you're not good enough on your order of merit or your averages or like that, or you don't get a start sort of thing.
Yeah, cool.
And they're trying to extend the field each year, but it's a stacked field. So
nice.
That's about it. Maybe play one of the Monday matches that have a heritage. Just why not? Remember
Why
that?
not?
Fuck it. One of it PK because it's PK.
Yeah.
And then I'm hoping a couple more pro-ams pop up here and there, which will be nice. That in terms of playing, that's pretty much tops it off. And then still got plenty of work to do at Rosanna.
Yep.
See off the end of the year. And then just try and bust out these fucking assessments, man.
Yes.
Just once I get them done, that's honestly, I reckon that's 80% of the head fuck at the moment.
Okay. That's good to know though.
It's 80%. Once they're done and I don't have to worry about that anymore, you'll see this spirit in me just lift.
Okay.
I feel anyway, because I feel like there's a fucking anvil on me at the moment.
Yeah.
With that sort of shit. So once that's done, and then in terms of 12 months, the next big thing after that is Q School.
Yeah. Okay.
Give that a ring again, and I feel like if these external things are cleared up and tidied up,
And you wear the right shoes on the right day.
and all the superstitions work in the right way, I think we could be good. So,
And I
looking
think
forward to it.
I think for us and the podcast and stuff, over the next 6 months, obviously we want to try and nut out a good little formula for how things are working. It's been good for the last sort of, this is episode 19, so it's been good up till now.
5 months?
Just under.
Jesus.
Yeah. And again, like the support has been unreal and we really
it's
do
awesome.
appreciate it. But we've got some things planned and we want to try and get more guests on. We want to try and get out there and play a little bit.
Yeah.
Record, put it up on YouTube for you guys to see just how bad I am.
Fuck off.
And yeah, we just want to sort of keep enjoying it.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I think.
And I'll bring it up because I've been asked a couple of times, and I'd caught up with some family over the last couple of weeks, and one of my cousins asked me, he's like, "You still enjoying it?" And I said, "Yeah, it's awesome. It's mint. It's so much fun."
I feel like it's actually like, I'm enjoying it more than I did when we started because we were excited when we started. Going, don't know what we're gonna like. I don't know what to expect, but now I enjoy it more because we're actually in a routine now.
And this, I mean,
We're seeing results.
correct, we are. And you could almost call this a bit of airing of some dirty laundry, if you want to call it, what I'm about to say. I'm not going to spill too much shit. But I was going into the first few weeks, I was genuinely a little bit concerned that this might only last 4 weeks.
We said that though. We're quite content with that.
Yeah, and we'd agreed.
True.
Right? And we'd always said that, it's open table, and the moment you're not digging it anymore, phone call, discuss, pull a pin.
Yeah.
Figure something out.
Yeah. Work it out.
Right? And it's a good thing that you guys know this as well, because this is sort of the struggles that we've gone through as a partnership to try and get this to where we are now.
Yeah, it's not all sunshine and daisies.
No, it's not. And I had the biggest fear for the first 6 weeks or so that at any point you would give me a call, and because you travel a fair bit to come and do this.
Yeah,
And
it
we
is a
make
bit
it
of a drive.
work.
Like
when we try and do it on days where you are at Rosanna and the distance is halved and all that kind of stuff.
I
So
feel like we've done pretty well.
we have. And we've got goals and aspirations for where we want to take it, obviously, and that involves potentially moving to a new location that suits both of us.
Yeah.
But my biggest fear was that you'd give me a call one day and just go,
Fuck it.
drags, done.
Can't do it.
Love ya,
Yeah.
but nah.
Nah, see, I feel like in this,
And we
this
haven't
you
got
will
there
like.
yet, and I don't think we will.
We won't purely because I enjoy it too much.
But then to add to my story, right around when I was scared that this was happening, I think it was after episode 3, you gave me a call. I was literally sitting at the kitchen table after we'd recorded, editing it, right? And you gave me a call and you're like, you know what? And I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. This is that phone call I've been dreading. And you go, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. You got me. I'm
Yeah.
hooked. This is sick.
It was because it was like it was
It
enjoyable.
was uncharted territory the first few weeks. And again, massive shout out to Tommy and the boys at Motorsport Republica for letting us do our trial there, because that sort of kicked it off last November.
Yeah.
And now 6 months later,
Yeah.
we're nearly 20 episodes in. We've just covered the third major of the year. I think
True.
it's
shit.
we've got some.
To put in perspective, and like we're always wanting that bigger fan base, and
I don't even think that's
for it to trend more, and we're always looking for that growth. But already in the short amount of time that it feels like, anyway, for as far as it's come, how good! Like,
Yeah.
I'm
And
like,
that's-
I'm
and
pretty
that's what's
stoked
important.
and proud of it.
I listen
if
to
I'm
Dylan Friends a fair bit, and he's mentioned a few times that he tries now very hard. Dylan Buckley, by the way, used to play for Carlton and GWS. He mentions that occasionally he'll try and look back and go maybe listen to like a really old episode that did really well for that time, just to see like where he was at and just be really appreciative of where he was at that point and now where he is now. And the one, not regret that he has, but the one thing he wish he sort of did was do that a bit more regularly.
Yeah,
And just keep in touch with where he was and how he was going at the time.
almost just reevaluate,
Reevaluate
sort of sit
and just
back
sort
and
of
go, okay,
just sit back.
what did we do well here? And,
Not even that, but just go, fuck, we're doing it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
sick. Let's
I
get
don't-
going.
I don't think it's clicked for me yet.
Okay.
Like even like the viewership that we're getting on TikToks and stuff like that. Like it actually hasn't clicked.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
I don't know what it means.
It just looks like a number.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like, and we're trying to, and yeah, we say how appreciative we are of it, and we truly are. But it hasn't. I
don't know how to express it in words. Just how much it means.
I don't know what it like. Yeah, I don't know.
It's
Like,
it's still
imagine-
It's still pretty. 19 weeks is a long time.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
In these sort of things,
But
it's not. But we're
hypothetical.
still learning.
Hypothetical. Imagine in 12 months from now, we're discussing going, oh, this one's hit a couple 100,000 looks at it.
Fuck.
Like, imagine that. Like,
Yeah. Anyway, we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We
Yeah.
want to keep
It's
going,
gonna
and
stuck
we
in.
want to just
No,
just
okay.
start. And yeah. Just before we get onto questions, looking forward again, the Opens at Royal Troon. We literally just finished recording.
Brunos.
Just finished recording our episode for the US Open recap.
Yeah. You guys would have listened to this 3 days ago, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would have listened hopefully
Tuesday,
already
Wednesday,
to the US Open recap that's going up as soon as I get the chance to finish editing it.
Yeah.
But looking forward to the Open, the British Open at Royal Troon. I've just had a look at what
Brian
time
Harmer, defending champion
Brian Harmer, defending champ.
of the event.
The time, I think the British Open is the best time zone for us.
What
in
is it during the
Australia.
day?
So it is currently, so it's 7:45 p.m. So 7:43 in the evening here.
Is it his first group? Is when it starts?
No, here.
Yeah.
Right now,
yeah,
as we're recording. The time currently at Troon is 11:45 in the morning. So they're what?
Oh, perfect.
They're like 8, what's that? 11 hours behind, whatever that is. I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know shit at maths. Anyway, it's 11:45 in the morning, which is like fair enough. So they're probably going to be teeing off. Like the first groups will go out maybe 8 in the morning over there. So you're looking
it'll
at
be
like 5:30 in the afternoon here.
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
5,
So by the time you get
4:35,
home from work, you're sitting down, you're watching it till
watching the
bedtime.
yeah. And then you're getting up in the morning because generally
The arse end of the groups.
the arse end of the groups will still be teeing off. And that's why I like the US Open and stuff, because if you want to watch the action of the leaders and the top of the leaderboard, you get up early the next morning.
Yeah. Well, that was perfect this morning. Like
Yeah.
I opened, so I'm getting to Rosanna at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So I've got it sitting in my car like this.
Yeah, I was the same.
And I had it up it was up in one of the TVs in the pro shop. So I'm watching that until
Whatever time it was.
whatever fucking 8:30.
Yeah, I finished it I think 9 o'clock ish this morning.
Something like that.
But still, I'm really excited for Troon. The Open's probably my second favorite major.
Honestly, now that we've recapped them all and I've been following them so much, I've so much respect for all 4 of them.
100%, I completely agree. They bring something different each, but I'm super excited.
You know what? I don't think I could rate them anymore.
Yeah,
I know
that's
the
a good-
Masters is on top. Masters is my favorite one,
Yeah.
but I couldn't differentiate between the other 3.
I think the word you just used, favorite, is important because there's no such thing as the best anymore.
Facts.
Right?
There's
You
no
can't say
best
that the
major.
Open is the best or the PGA is the best or whatever. It's just my favorite is this one and the others are just equally sick. I just
Yeah,
have a bit of a
in
softer
my opinion.
I just have a softer spot for this one. And I feel the same way about the Masters.
Well, the US Open, this US Open, I feel like was a better tournament than the Masters.
Completely agree.
It was. It flat out was.
And
it was a more.
it shot my respect up for the tournament as a whole even more because
I
of how
loved it.
difficult it was.
It's so good.
Anyway, listen to the episode about the US Open if you haven't done already.
Facts, yeah. It's a good one. Good chat.
It's a good one. Questions from the second cut.
Yeah.
Do you wanna go first?
Yeah, right.
Go.
This is regarding a flushed or flubbed statement you gave me earlier.
Okay.
Would you rather have absolutely zero noise during a round of golf? No talking, no birds, no trees rustling,
Oh,
nothing.
COVID.
Dead silence.
COVID.
The only thing you could hear is your footsteps and when you hit the golf ball. That's it. Nothing. Complete
Whatever.
silence. Or have the same song on repeat, non-stop, every single round. So you've got yours
Forever.
forever.
So it still make my heart beat fast, Ferrari.
But
Every
you've
time.
got your AirPods in. Picture this. I'm painting a picture here. AirPods in.
I like it. Picasso.
You're putting those AirPods in. The second you step onto that putting green to start warming up, to when you step into your car to drive home, you've got the same song. Same song. on repeat, on loop, same song.
No.
Or that.
Just dead silence.
I hope that hit a spot like it did just then.
You know, it'd be ideal if like
Or
an
that.
ad played.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit.
I reckon I've got a perler on you with this one.
You might have got me back here because I've had you a couple of times where you just can't answer.
The one earlier, yeah, that was anyway. What do you reckon?
Am I in control of what song it is?
Okay, I'll give you that luxury. You can choose the song, and then forever and ever and ever, it's the same song every single round.
I'll go the same song every single round, but I don't know. I'd need a year and a half to choose what song it is. Dead set.
I'll give you a week.
Yeah, nah. I'd struggle, but I reckon the shorter I've got to pick it, the more likely I am to be upset with it later.
Okay.
So if you go, right, you got 30 seconds to pick a song, and I'm like, Back in Black, AC/DC, whatever.
Yeah.
In a week, I'll be like, fuck this shit. Why did I pick this song?
Yeah.
Whereas if you gave me a good chunk of time to listen to it or to figure it
You
out,
could really
I could be like,
process of
I've made a
elimination.
good choice here.
Okay, so you'd rather same song on repeat, on loop, constantly.
Unfortunately.
The second that last little
I
fucking...
just don't think I could exist in complete silence. It'd be like living your life in the dark.
Oh, no. When you leave that golf course, everything goes back to normal. Everything goes back to normal. The second you get it out, silence.
So okay. Yeah, no, the same song because I'm imagining with the song on repeat, I can still have a chat to the boys even though it's still playing.
Yeah, okay.
And I'd
okay.
go for that 100% because at least I can chat to my mates and sort of control the noise of the fucking song in the background. It's still there. It's still playing.
It's not going to be obnoxiously loud,
It's just
but
going to be
it's
there.
definitely not going to be
Silent.
just a little tune in the background.
No,
It's going to be pretty distinct.
It's like the music at Coles. It's there. You can hear it. You can distinguish it.
But a touch louder.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm going with that. I'm going with that same song. What would you go?
I'd go the dead silence
You're a weirdo.
because I'm strange. Because I could thrive off silence. Because I like every time I drive to work in the morning, like this morning, before I knew it, I was at work and I'm like, I just drove to work and it was complete silence. Complete silence. The only thing that I think I could hear was the sound of the car going.
Yeah, but all right, and
Like-
if you know Joel as well as I do, you might agree with me when I say this. Joel sometimes needs complete silence.
Fuck off.
Joel, I think sometimes, yes, he would thrive off complete silence, but I think without silence, I think we'd all be worse off.
Oh, we'd all be yeah. Okay, no. I'll
When
give
it
you
comes
that.
to Joel.
But see, this is shout out to my girl Britt right now.
Yeah.
Right. She knows me better than I know me, and there's
Okay.
times where she would look at me, and she going, you could sit on this couch and not speak a word for days, and I'm like, yeah, I could
Yeah,
just
fair.
lay there and just have blank mind, just.
I feel like all men have that
Yeah,
ability to
we
do
have that ability.
I don't tap into it that much, but I definitely could.
Like when the girls ask, what are you thinking about? Nothing.
Nothing.
They go, no, what do you think about? No,
Seriously,
nothing.
the answer is nothing.
I have nothing. It's barely that monkey with fucking cymbals going like this
It's
because
not
he's
even
actually
close.
lost a single. He's just now hit his fucking head. It's like- just like that.
Very good. All right,
Yeah.
my question for you is,
Oh yeah, your question. Yeah.
yep, who would be your ultimate podcast guest? You cannot say Tiger Woods.
Fuck. Oh. Does it have to be a golfer?
Nah,
Oh. That's fucked me more.
it's just a
don't know why I
podcast
asked
guest.
that.
I mean, ultimately, it's a golfing podcast. Or a golf podcast. You'd want to have someone who has a connection to the sport in one way, shape, or form. Silence.
See, I could live off that.
Yeah, I know
That'd
you
be
could.
awesome.
Anyway.
Who would I have? Oh, I hate you.
I've got a list. I've got a list. I don't particularly go to pro golfers in this.
See, I'm trying to branch off that. I'm like,
I'm trying to
who
think
would
of
I
people who
enjoy?
have good chats.
I'm trying to
Like,
think.
who's got a good chat that
See,
I'd
the
like?
first person that comes to my mind that I feel like would engage and actually enjoy speaking about it. Not. I don't think they even play golf. I'm not sure, but like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's
100%.
one person that sort of pops up in my mind that I'm
Yeah.
like, you'd be hilarious to
Deadpool,
like
yeah.
get you chatting about shit. I don't know. I feel like Michael Jordan maybe.
Yeah, Michael
'cause he's
Jordan
a
is sick.
big competitor
And he loves his golf.
and he loves his golf. And apparently, I've heard things about people that have played with him that if you're not great with shit talk or trash talk or anything
play
like
with
that, don't
Michael
play with
Jordan.
him because he'll destroy you.
Yeah. And also bring your wallet.
And make
Bring
sure
your
you're
mortgage.
cashed up.
Bring your accountant more like it than bring your
Well,
wallet.
okay, I'm going to do 3.
Yep.
I've named someone that I don't think has any relation to golf at all.
Yep.
I don't know if he's ever played. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Michael Jordan, one of the greats in his department, and he's pretty handy with a golf club.
Yep.
And obviously has that competitive aspect. And then I'll go like a tour pro. Who would I like on here?
You can. I should have prefaced this by saying you can pick anyone.
Yeah.
Like past, present, dead, alive.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna pick Sam Snead or something like that
No,
because
no,
I don't know them.
No,
I don't
okay.
know what he was like, and I'd probably pick Bryson.
Yeah, sick. Okay.
I feel like I would. I reckon I could talk to him for 6 weeks
Yeah, correct.
without breathing.
Yeah.
I reckon he'd be.
I
Awesome.
back it. Yeah, that's
Awesome.
flushed.
And I really hope one. I actually, you know what I'm going to try and do? My general manager, Rosanna David, is.
If you're about to say you have a contact,
is very good mates with Bryson. He actually spoke to Bryson before the 2 days before the US Open, just on a phone call.
You're
They're just
kidding.
chatting. So I'm going to ask David, can you call Bryson? I want to speak to him.
fuck that. Can we get him on?
No, fuck no. He's not going to.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah, but maybe one day down the track, if he's in, if next year during Live Adelaide.
Yeah,
Of
fucking
course, he's not going to be fucking Melbourne, but he might come over because sometimes they come and play over the sandbelts.
Yeah, cool.
Occasionally. So anyway, I'm not saying I have a contact
That
for
is
Bryson.
fucking spitballing as well.
That's massive football. I'm not going to say I have a contact for Bryson, but I'm going to ask David. I'm like, can you call Bryson? I want to talk to him.
That's sick.
I want to ask him something.
Nice. I rate it. If you
So-
could, dude.
How sick would that be?
That was so
I reckon I'd faint.
All right. Do you want me to give you
That's
three?
my 3. Yeah, that's my 3. So what I say? Bryson, Michael Jordan, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah,
Ryan
they're
Reynolds.
my 3.
All right. I'll go Adam Sandler,
Oh yeah, true. That's a good one.
right? Because obvious reasons.
I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane Warne,
Yeah.
Australian
RIP.
leg spin bowler.
RIP.
Loves his, yeah, of course. Loved his golf. Massive cricketer. Just all around Aussie legend. And I've listened to his audiobook for his autobiography. Spins a yarn. So could be really good.
Yeah, loves it.
Loves
a
a
chat.
chat.
Loves
Loves a chat. And has stories coming out the wazoo.
it. Yeah, he would.
Yeah. So, and then the third one, I'll pick a tour pro as well. So Warney, Adam Sandler, Gary Player. Because again, Gary Player's got stories. I've listened to other podcasts with him
Yeah.
on, and
He
he's
loves it.
hilarious.
Is he funny? Is he?
He's so funny.
I haven't listened to much of him.
I would recommend
Gary
it
Player, if you're listening.
if you're listening. If you can find any of his like stuff, I think he did a whole podcast series on Spotify.
Really? With who? Or just him?
No, it was his show, and he interviewed a bunch of different golfers. So he did like Faldo,
Okay.
and all these other guys, and it was fucking elite. It was really good. I think it was only like 8 episodes long. Really good.
As like a wild card, I would love Jim Nance just as his voice.
Hello,
Just
friends.
hello, friends. Oh, makes me tingly.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah, so they're mine. They're mine.
Or like Bruce McAvaney, if you want to talk about
Oh yeah,
commentators, the GOAT of Australian commentating.
that's not a bad point.
There you go.
That's not a bad point.
I think that's a good place to
Yeah,
leave it,
that's
mate.
probably-
it
that's
might
probably a
be, yeah,
That's probably a wrap.
it's
for
probably
that
a
one.
wrap. That's a podcast, mate, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening and for watching this week on YouTube and Spotify. If you do so, please like and subscribe. Make sure to follow us on Spotify as well. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, as always. Keep an eye on our socials for that.
Tell your mates.
Tell your mates. Yeah. The more feedback, the more love we get.
Drop a couple comments because every couple eps I'm going to scroll through some comments and try and interact with everyone. So we're going to try and do. I'm not going to say more of it, but we're going to try and be aware of it.
Yeah.
So
And if you found us from TikTok or from Instagram and you're listening to this for the first time, let us know. If
Tell
you
us.
found us from those socials,
us.
that'd be great. We'd like to know where you're all coming from. That's
Absolutely.
great. Other than that, hit them well. See you next week.
See you next time.
Cheers.